All right, top of the day to everybody. Hope y'all are having or have had a good day. Shout out to all my folks out there in Virginia, my hometown, my dad's hometown in Philly. Hope everybody's doing well. And then on my mom's hometown, like out there in great state of Tennessee. All right, so I've been meaning to do a video like this about the change of the dollar. I've already done a video about Bob Lee, and he was a guy that was a Cash App inventor, and this guy ended up getting killed. And then there's a lot of thoughts out there of saying that this is all part of the change and ingratiation of like apps and so forth that deals with the dollar. Okay, now belonging to the federal government intervention or the ingratiation. That's what I want to say. Of their own apps, their own cryptocurrencies and so forth, which will be here, if not this year, definitely next year. All right, it was my understanding that it was going to come out this year, but it's a chance that all that may be delayed. CBDC, okay, look that up. That's the ingratiation of cryptocurrencies put in the banks. Okay, all that stuff is coming. Now, with that being said, I like to talk about this BRICS act that these countries are doing. It's basically Russia, Egypt, China. Let's see here. Brazil, a couple of others. What they call the Axis powers. Okay, many of the countries that are not necessarily what is that? And I can't think of that group that they're in. The headquarters is in New York. Okay, is what they consider an allied country. These are not in that group. Okay, the United Nations, the UN. I think that's what it is. But nevertheless, people that know, what I'm talking about. And I'm understanding it's well over a dozen countries that want to try to follow suit with this. Well, what they're doing is they're trying to develop their own cryptocurrency. I do know a couple of countries a few years ago, i.e. South America and Nigeria, wanted to try to do that, okay? But all they would have done was make a cryptocurrency, right? And being that they were under French or British colonization, which they really pretty much still are, is pretty much a British coin, and it's going to go into their banking system anyway. All right? From South Africa or Ghana. One of those two countries. Okay? But the BRICS is those countries that want to develop their own cryptos, and they want to deal with do trade and so forth within each other. And I can't blame them. You know why? I really came to sense with this when I understood that Bob Lee passed away, and then, like I say, all this is part of the plan. It's like, why do these countries, they manufacture and grow their own food, their own products and stuff like that? Why are these countries are trading amongst each other with the dollar? Which I don't understand. Okay, why do they need to trade with the dollar? Well, I think for a long time, since like the early 1940s, when the dollar became the preferred currency of the world, it was a lot easier to trade with the dollar, okay? It's a lot easier to liquidate, and then also the trust of the dollar, okay? That's when, actually that was before the dollar even became off the gold standard, in the early 70s? So it's a lot, easier to do that. And you have so many countries that are involved with the dollar, okay? with trading with the dollar, and all that comes with, you know, American colonization and all the wars and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the U.S. countries taking over a lot of these smaller areas. Okay. Well, these countries will get to where that they don't want to deal with America anymore, straight up. But then again, it's kind of like this. Again, I say the trust of the dollar, but with America being so powerful, number one, with a lot of people from different countries, they may have families that'll come to America, people to America that'll come to other countries, to all the embassies and so forth. All right, then the dollar will be somewhat necessary to a certain point. I don't believe, well, I do believe that the dollar is going to get a butt chunk taken out of it. And things will inflate along with the problems that we have here in America with rising bank interest rates, the debt ceiling, and all that. So things will inflate. But I don't think the dollar is going to go away, y'all. The dollar's not going to go away for at least another good close to 15 years. So anybody with a gray hair, okay, by the time that start going away, you won't be alive, okay? And even if you do live, let's say if you're over 30, let's listen to this video. Even if you do live to see that happen, you're going to be very old, okay? You're going to be on the way out anyway. So I just think that probably for diplomatic purposes, the trust of the dollar, and also, again, because of people traveling in and out of the U.S. and going to other countries or whatever, and it's still going to be the easiest currency to liquidate. So I don't think they're necessarily going to turn away from the dollar. Now, what I think will happen, for example, Russia, like they want to deal with their oil in rubles. What they could do is they'll take the dollars or the pounds if you come from Britain, or the marks if you're from Germany or France. They'll convert them into the rubles, and then you pay for it in rubles, okay? So pretty much it all works out to be the same anyway, okay? Being that those countries, they have to come here and they'll convert their rubles to dollars or whatever, and then they'll pay for whatever they have to pay for in dollars or, I don't know, dinars. That's what they have out there in the Middle East, like the Kuwaiti dinar and the UAE dinar. And don't you know those dinars over there, those two countries I just told you about, are about 3 times stronger than the dollar, because their currency is a lot stronger than ours, okay? And it's backed by gold. But, well, that's because of all the oil that they have out there. You know, those countries are so rich, i.e. Kuwait and UAE, many of their blue-collar workers, they come from India and Bangladesh. A lot of the people that live there, I think it's more now than it was back 20 years ago. A lot of them don't even do blue-collar work, but I think it's more now than they had back then, maybe 20 years ago when I was out there. But in the end of the day, I just think that many countries don't want to deal with the dollar anymore. They don't want to be under the iron fist of American, of the American dollar and American rule. And I just think that some of this is demise of America, okay? But the dollar, then again, the dollar's not going to go away no time soon, all right? But be prepared, because what I just told you about, and like I said at the beginning of the year, is going to be happening. So get ready for the change. But the biggest currency of all is gold, because that's where all of the money is circled around, okay? The gold stays the same. The currencies or whatever, they fluctuate off that, okay? Off the whatever respective economy and so forth, okay? And their spending. So one of the solutions I'm telling people is consider buying gold or silver and getting stocks and so forth, maybe oil, commodities, stuff that you know that's going to stick, okay, and it's going to gain value, and you're not investing in all this in that to make money. You're investing on that to protect your dollars. So consider that. I've been trying to tell people, but they don't want to listen to me, Okay, say that I got mental problems and this and that, or because I'm not monetized and all that. Okay, so in fact, that's what I'm going to be doing real soon. But let me know what you think about the video here. I know a lot of y'all are attention deficit like myself. Okay, I went over my time. And let me know what you think about the video.